Hey guys, this is J19 brought to you another video, and tonight I'm going to cover the Washington Post. They interviewed some people from Square Enix about Final Fantasy VII Remake, intermission, intergrade, and some information for game number 2. It's a pretty lengthy article. I figure I'd give you guys um, a little bit of insight. I'll read it and let you guys know how's it going. And before that, though, like normal, if you guys would subscribe if you're new, hit the bell notification to stay notified when I go live or upload my next video. And we are one subscriber away from reaching my goal of this year of 100 subscribers. We are at 99, and I am so thankful for the love and support so far, guys. I look forward to reaching that goal so we can do my official 100th subscriber stream. If you guys want to make that happen, feel free to subscribe if you're new. And with that said, let's start with this article. And it says right here, the title says Final Fantasy VII Remake director says intermission points directly to a sequel. So right there, first thing right off the bat, we all know now that it's pointing to a sequel. This ain't no remake of the original game. This is a actual sequel now. So I hope you guys, at least we know now that it's a sequel. Confirmation. Okay, elements of intermission, the additional chapter in the PS5 version of Final Fantasy VII Remake will likely be used in highly anticipated, likely far off sequel, according to the game's makers. Okay. The sequel of Final Fantasy VII Remake, so it's just Game 2. I thought with the first title, I thought it was saying it's a sequel, but it's a sequel to, it's just the next game, a remake. Intermission is actually pointing to that, which makes sense. More specifically, the team moves that the team up moves the intermission stars Yuffie and Sonon can do a likely return in part 2 of Final Fantasy VII Remake, or whatever the sequel to the remake may be called. That's what I thought. I figured this was just intermission was just a little stepping stone for what they want to do in part 2. It seems like it's heading in that direction, which is awesome. I like to see more team up attacks. Let's continue. In a recent interview with the Washington Post, Miyoki Hamaguchi, and co-director of Remake, said that last year's battle system was an evolution of the active time battle for the original 1997 release, which, by the way, is amazing. From that perspective, I am rather satisfied with this final form, in which the strategic element of the command-based battle from the original coexists with the real-time, action-oriented battle, said Hamaguchi, who, as a young man, wanted to work for Final Fantasy series ever since the 6th installment. Additionally, with intermission, there's another element introduced. Combo moves, that's what it's supposed to say, where Yuffie and Sona team up, which makes a different feel in battle strategy. I would like to leverage these, including other elements we tried out in intermission in our next story. See, right there, confirmation, they want to try to take what they've done in intermission and go even further with it. That's awesome. That's exciting to me. Final Fantasy Remake, released last year, April, and critical acclaim, and became one of the year's most celebrated games. Moreover, the twist and story changes excited fans for the inevitable sequel, particularly since the first story ends right when the party finally leaves the crowded, polluted first city of Mako, Midgar, and begins to travel the open world. Oh! Open world. Are they saying we're going to get open world? Let's continue reading. Longtime attentive players may have noticed callbacks to several other pieces of Final Fantasy VII media, including the film Advent Children and the spin-off titles. Intermission leans into this further, introducing the characters of, spoilers for those that have not watched any of the trailers. for intermission. This is gonna have a little spoilers for it, so at least names so far. Okay. White, Vice, and Nero, who appeared in the PlayStation 2 shooter Dirge of Cerberus. The game focused on an optional character from the original game, Vincent. This was no accident, said Moto, Motamu Toyama. I'm gonna say Toyama. I'm not gonna try to butcher his first name. Another co-director remake and scenario director of the original 1997 game. The world of Final Fantasy VII was vastly expanded through multiple works that follow after the original game, Toriyama said. We do want to make it a accumulation of all the Final Fantasy VII related works created up to this point. There are characters that I too do not know, but that is the same with Cloud and Company as well. Toriyama said that anytime a new character from outside of our original 1997 release is introduced into a new story, the writers always frame it as the first encounter with Cloud, the protagonist and audience target. For unfamiliar enemies like Vice and Nero, I think being able to convey that they have a kind of deep darkness about them is plenty, Toriyama said, which is absolutely awesome. I really enjoyed that. At the same time, those who are familiar with them can make stronger connection to the overarching Final Fantasy VII world by having them appear in a narrative as they are in their respective source material. Yuffie was a perfect star for additional chapter intermission. Character in the original game, because she wasn't an optional character in the original game, but her backstory wasn't as solidified as Vincent. Toriyama said reintroducing the gem thief as an integral part of the story wouldn't be as jarring, which he's absolutely right. If this were Vincent, another optional character, he would have been sleeping in a coffin in the Shinra mansion, so he wouldn't be able to move him around, Toriyama said, but Yuffie was traveling the world as a material hunter in the original. By having Yuffie infiltrate Midgar as part of her travels, she can experience the same incidents Cloud and Company were experiencing, depicting the same incidents from a different perspective, which that confirms, guys. So put away all your Vincent Valentine theories that Vince's story's going to change, he's not going to be in the Shinra mansion, or he's going to follow the party around. He is still asleep in the Shinra mansion, like in the OG Final Fantasy VII. He's going to be sleeping in the same coffin in the Shinra mansion in this remake going forward, which is absolutely awesome. I'm glad it kept that there. And yes, Yuffie was a perfect candidate for intermission, and I think they hit the nail on the head with that one. Toriyama is referencing a pivotal tragic moment in the original 1997 story that was given more dramatic weight in the remake. The emphasis on the horror of the incident is only magnified through Yuffie's cheerful eyes. Yuffie's cheerful and energetic young lady, and she will make an appearance after getting over the tragic experience in intermission. So yeah, she will be in the next game, which we all knew that. So I believe her encounter with Cloud and his allies will be that much more appealing. Yes. Also, Wutai, Yuffie's home nation, was placed in a more important position as the opposing force against Shinra. By having groups that oppose Shinra, not just Avalanche, take a more prominent role, I believe we can create an even more suspenseful story. Oh man, I mean, Wutai is definitely going to be a major player, just like Avalanche, and I can't wait to see how Wutai looks in the future games. Despite all these changes, the pair of directors said they are not losing sight of respecting the original game. This is important. Everybody's worried about Nomura stepping down as a primary director, just a creative director now. These guys still want to respect the original source, the original game, and that's important moving forward. They both say they are heartened by the love showered upon Remake, and we're very satisfied with player response to the many changes in the gameplay and the story, which is another huge deal. It goes without saying that we strive for this with Integrate, but I am reminded that for the next installment, it's of the utmost importance not to damage the memories from the source material, but to reimagine it so it surpasses people's expectations, Hamaguchi said. There you go. That's it, guys. That's the long. That's not really long. It took me about 10 minutes to read it. A lot to take in. They are still going to respect the original source material of Final Fantasy VII back in 1997, but they also want to make changes which will still surpass our expectations and will surprise us. Another thing we take from it, Wutai is going to be different. It's not going to be just a tourist attraction back in the OG. It's going to be a major player. From what I'm reading, it's going to look different. It's going to be different. Yuffie is going to have a better appearance. She's going to have a better when she collides with Cloud and Company. That's going to be awesome. As in the original, you just run around in the forest, you fight her. It's like, oh, okay, who's this? It's going to be a lot better in the remake going forward. I can't wait. Another thing we learned is they want to improve upon and take it even further with the team-up attacks from intermission into the next installment, which is extremely awesome. Yeah, I'm really super excited to see how this goes, and yeah. And Vincent still in the Shinra Mansion. I think Sid is still going to be Rocket Town. He's going to be complaining about the space program, about how it was in the past, and he's probably going to be wishing and hoping for Rufus to show up and talk about the space program. He's still dealing with Shinra. Those two characters are not going to change. So all those theories about Sid's going to be in a different spot, he's going to be doing different things, we're going to meet him differently, he's going to act different. That's not true. Vincent, this is a different timeline. Stuff is changing. Vincent's not going to be sleeping in the coffin. Those theories are out the window. He is going to be sleeping in the coffin in this basement of the Shinra Mansion in Nibelheim, which I'm really excited. I'm glad I read this interview. I kind of skimmed over it and read what other people had to say, but I want to cover it for you guys. If you guys dig that type of content, give a thumbs up, thumbs down if you didn't. Helps my channel grow with that type of feedback. And if you guys would, if you're new to the channel, subscribe. Help me reach my 100 subscribers goal for this year. And I'm looking forward to sharing more content such as this, reaction videos, live streams. Speaking of live stream, before I call quits on this video, a quick update. I was going to stream tomorrow night, but tomorrow is family time with 4th of July, so I will have to postpone it till Monday night. So I hope you guys will look forward to that. I'm not sure when I'm going to stream yet. It's not going to be Ratchet & Clank. That's going to be my Wednesday night stream. So look forward to Monday night stream. And we'll have some fun. Hopefully by then I'll hit my 100 subscriber goal and we'll have a nice 100 subscriber live stream event. So with that said, hope you guys have enjoyed the video. A wonderful day, wonderful night. Keep on keeping on. I'll catch you all on the next video. You be safe out there. Have a wonderful weekend. I'll see you guys Monday night. And with that said, be safe out there. Be nice to each other. And I'll catch you all later.